1 week prior to Joe Weider's Mr. Olympia event that is held each year in Las Vegas, Nevada, a bodybuilder issued a death threat to the founder of a Christian ministry. The bodybuilder, who goes by the screen name identity of GiantRonnieColeman, posted a death threat on YouTube in response to a video that was created by the founder of Muscle Missions. Muscle Missions is a Christian ministry that was created to expose the cult of bodybuilding. The death threat that was posted on YouTube reads as follows: "If I ever see the expletive that made this expletive, I'll kill him." What's the point of convincing people of this expletive? Nobody dies from roids, period. Munzer and a couple of others because they overuse them. Now you're posting expletive videos of a whole bunch of expletive facts, like Jay Cutler flashes devil's hand sign. Find a broad and expletive her. Don't gotta be a pretty one, just grab something. Get your expletive test shot. A closer look into the YouTube profile of the individual that posted the death threat reveals that they are located in Canada. The following information was also found in the profile of the individual that goes by the name of GiantRonnieColeman on YouTube. "I don't care if I die as long as they bury me in a big expletive box. Obsession is what weaklings call the dedicated. Do or die. Never give up. Lift until your heart pops out of your chest. Life is a freak show. If you are not 110 into bodybuilding, get the expletive out right now. Rip it off the floor and lift. If the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. These are the words I live by. If you aren't into bodybuilding 110, get the expletive out of the gym." The death threat, profanity, and blind obsession demonstrated by this troubled individual does not surprise us here at Muscle Missions. As a young kid, I too was just as obsessed with the cult of bodybuilding. It wasn't until federal agents arrested me that I was able to see the light. It's no wonder that we are seeing this kind of behavior. The bodybuilding magazines, which are instruction manuals for the cult, are responsible for breeding this kind of stuff. Consider some of the phrases that we found in recent issues of these cult magazines, like this one, for example. Or how about this one, assault with a deadly weapon? Let's take a closer look at an ad that this internet poster's idol, the real Ronnie Coleman, appears in. The caption reads, "What it's all about," and goes on to explain, "Physically, I am ready to bury anything standing in my way." One sports supplement advertiser peddles their supplement using the phrase violent strength gains. The same company has a new product called Arson, and the box for this product has a picture of a lit matchstick on it. The ad for this product reads, "When other attempts to get shredded have failed, arson is your only option." The dictionary.com definition for the word arson is the malicious burning of another's house or property, or in some statutes, the burning of one's own house or property. Joe Weider, the founding father of modern bodybuilding and the leader of this cult, along with his brother Ben, have mastered the craft of sending messages out to their students through their magazines. Joe Weider once wrote, "Even the ads have instructional or inspirational value." One such ad of Weider's reads, "We're gonna convert you." In Weider's very first publication, he wrote, "We must preach bodybuilding." Watch and listen to how precise Weider is about what goes into his magazines.
Look small, my head looks big. So try to get the legs a little more narrower and open up the back. I'll pose you in that, okay? Supposed to be a producer, publisher, photographer, choreographer, everything.
Joe's need to control even the smallest of details is legendary. Despite the size and international scope of the enterprise, there isn't much that gets by without Joe's personal seal of approval.
Okay, make it a little more. Okay.
It was, I think, 11 o'clock, and the phone rings, and it's Sunday night. You're in another mode. I do try and turn off of the whole Weider thing sometimes, and it's Joe. And Joe's a riot because when he has an idea, he doesn't wait, he doesn't anything. He'll jot it down maybe, and try and wait for a second jotting it down, but he can't wait with it just on paper. He'll call you up then, and he calls up, "What's going on with the disc? Why did it not work? What color are we doing for this?" And he gets very specific about what he's thinking. It's not just general stuff, where are we going? Joe doesn't forget things, and that's one thing that we all tell ourselves within the organization is don't ever think that Joe will forget the smallest detail. He will call you up 2 weeks later and say, what happened to that label? Did you change the blue?
These are nice little shoulder waist.
These are great headshots of her. It would be nice to get a couple of those.
No, why don't you use that?
I think they're
No, it should be up with the title higher. Well, I believe that if you're going to do something, do it good. If you're not going to do it real good, some other people will do it better. And because of that, you will lose out at the end. So if you're going to do something, for God's sake, do it to the best of your possibility that you could do, to the best of your ability. If you're not going to do that, then why do it?
In an article that describes Weider's early years and his relationship with his mother, we learn, Mrs. Weider was so distraught, she sought a fortune teller's advice who predicted Joe would be a success and advised her to let the boy follow his dream. Mrs. Weider heeded the counsel, perhaps believing that a greater power guided her son's inspired, if unusual, actions. Consulting a fortune teller is forbidden in the Christian Holy Bible. In Weider's later years, he began to really lose control, perhaps as that greater power that guided him began to take over. In one Weider magazine, Weider released this: "Is there no hope for others except to tremble in despair?" The same issue contained a cryptic message given as inspiration that, when read as it appears in the magazine, makes absolutely no sense. It reads, "Let a beast but burn with the capacities of heavyweight world amateur champion Gunther Schlierkamp, and it would destroy every last vestige of planet Earth." This makes absolutely no sense until you decipher the cryptic code. Notice the border color of red that was printed down the right-hand side of the page. Now we will use red as the color code as we go back to reread Weider's cryptic message. Reading all individual words found associated with the color red, we read, "Burn world, destroy planet." Red was associated in Roman mythology with the god of war. In the Christian Bible, we read that the color red is associated with one of the horses in the book of Revelation. "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another." This message brought to you by musclemissions.org.